Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Let's Chat. And we are talking with the lovely Laureen Nowlan-Card. And Laureen is the Crown Prosecutor in the BC Ministry of the Attorney General and has been practicing criminal law since 1997. And that is a long time, I must say that. She obtained her law degree from Dalhousie University in Nova Scotia after earning her Bachelor of Arts in Sociology and Political Science at the Acadia University. And over the 23 years that she has been prosecuting criminal matters, Laureen has worked with thousands of victims of crime, including abuse. So this is something that you kind of want to really kind of focus in on, that this lady has lots of experience. And 6 years ago that she had expanded her career into life coaching in areas of women empowerment and public speaking. Laureen is the founder of Women Thriving After Abuse, an online community of resources, and she lives in Victoria with her husband of 27 years and 2 children. So, I mean, this lady is loyal in what she does. I must say that.
I'm on a path, yeah.
There you go. So the conversation of where do I stand legally, the question that is going to be answered today is, do I need to hire a lawyer? And we all ask that question after we have been victimized of some sort. We want to know where we stand, like what do we do? And is it a waste of money to hire a lawyer? Do I even have a case? You know, that sort of stuff. So Laureen, I am a victim of abuse and I want to know, what can I do? Do I need to hire a lawyer?
Well, in the earlier segments, we talked about the 3 different pathways of taking legal action. And just to highlight, one was criminal, one was civil, and one was family. If you are the victim of a crime, you would report that to the police, and they take over the investigating of gathering the evidence, and then they forward that on to the Crown Prosecutor in your province. And then you do not need to hire a lawyer typically. There are some exceptions to that have to deal with records from other people. But generally you would not be hiring your own lawyer. So your first step is to the police, and then it goes on from there. If you are taking a civil action, you would be hiring your own lawyer. And if you're bringing a family law action, that would be if someone was your ex-partner or partner, you would be hiring your own lawyer. In both of the cases of civil or family law action, if money is a hardship for you, you may qualify for legal aid. And so you can look into some of the legal aid options in your community. Most of those resources are online.
Cool. Well, I didn't know that you could actually have legal aid for that sort of stuff. So
depending, yeah, it depends on what's available in your province, because there are different legal aid options for different provinces. So yes, you can potentially have legal aid for family law, not so much for civil law. You would likely be hiring your own lawyer for a civil lawsuit.
Okay. So the family law is, explain that again, the difference between family law and civil law.
Yeah. So civil law is where you're, quote unquote, suing them. So you're saying that you've been harmed in a way that damage has been done to you, which can be physical, psychological, both to you or your surrounding environment or other people related to you. You are attempting to get a remedy, which is the outcome, is likely to involve money. The remedy in a family lawsuit is different, and the remedy in the outcome in a criminal lawsuit, I think we all know is different. It's a sentence, a punitive sentence, or a rehabilitative sentence. So in family law, your question was,
in family law, would that mean that if I'm going after somebody who
who is it?
assaulted me, I'm asking for a jail sentence for that person, where civilly I'm asking if somebody has done that to me and I'm suing them, I want compensation.
Yeah. So criminal law, you're looking at an outcome of sentencing. They'd be sentenced by the court.
Right.
If it's civil, then you're looking at an outcome of potentially receiving money. And family law, it's really complicated depending on who it is that you're taking an action against. But usually it's something to do with your ex-partner. You're looking at separating from them, divorcing them, settling money disputes between the two of you, custody and access to children. It could also be an action to keep them away from you in family court, a restraining order.
Restraining orders, yeah.
Yeah, which is also available, by the way, in criminal law if the person is following you or threatening you or doing anything that makes you fearful of them.
Okay. So you do one or the other, but you can't do both, or can you do both?
You can do all.
Oh, all of them.
Yeah.
So I can put his sorry behind in jail and get money for it at the same time. And
Yeah.
That doesn't
So
necessarily work that way, but
no, in theory, you can do them all. Mostly what's going to be the obstacles to any of those that involve you hiring your own lawyer is going to be money, right?
yeah.
And it's not something that I know that no victim really starts this on a whim or without considering it for a long time, because you really want to think about it, because the outcomes sometimes can be very difficult to go through. And
Yes.
so you want to be ready for that. And so just on a related issue, in order to be successful in criminal court, the court has to be satisfied beyond any reasonable doubt that the crime and all its particularly legal elements have been made out. So it's beyond a reasonable doubt. That's a very high standard. It's like beyond 80%. And in a civil lawsuit, it's on a balance of probabilities, which is like 51%. So a little easier, to make out. But again, the biggest hurdle to that kind of a lawsuit is going to be funds for you to hire your own lawyer. So those are all things that, anybody who's thinking about this is going to have to grapple with and likely consult with the people around you. And that's why I say community resources are really helpful.
Yes, for sure. Because doing anything legally is not a cheap prospect, no matter what you're doing. So thank you, Laureen, for that. And everybody, this information is just for common knowledge. This is not to replace any legal action or any legal counsel or anything of that kind. We are here to give you knowledge that you are better prepared for things that are going to happen. If you want to hire a lawyer, this is just information for you to be able to do that. All of the other questions that we had asked, again, is just information so that you are better prepared and you're not blindsided by, what do I do? Do I do family? Do I do civil? What do I do? So again, it's just for your general knowledge. And thank you, Laureen, for that. And we look forward to you in our next segment of Let's Chat. Oh, and by the way, I just forgot. What? If you have any questions, please put it in the comments so that we can answer those questions in future segments with Laureen. We are here to answer any questions that you have. There are no questions that is unimportant. If you don't know it and you want the answer, then ask it. And I say that with everything. Knowledge is key. So this is the time to be able to get some of that knowledge that you want. Anyway, we will talk soon, and we will see you on the next segment, Laureen.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.